Francis Martin Drexel. Francis Martin Drexel, April 7, 1792, June 5, 1863, was a Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, United States banker and artist. He was the father of Anthony Joseph Drexel, the founder of Drexel University, and the grandfather of Saint Katherine Drexel. Early life. Francis Martin Drexel was born April 7, 1792, the eldest son of Franz Joseph Drexel and Magdalena Wilhelm, in Dornbirn in the Austrian Vorarlberg, not far from the Swiss border. His father was a successful merchant with business associates in both Switzerland and Italy. In 1803, Francis was sent to study Italian and French at a Catholic convent school in Italy. Drexel would eventually become conversant in 5 languages. He returned 2 years later and was apprenticed to a painter in a nearby village. When Napoleon invaded Austria in order to escape conscription, and with help from his father, he crossed the Rhine into Switzerland. He remained there for about 5 years, painting portraits, houses, and signs to support himself. In 1812, he returned to the Tyrol incognito. Conscription was still in force, so he went to Bern and continued his study of painting. Career. In May 1817, Drexel took ship from Amsterdam on the John of Baltimore, headed for Philadelphia, where he opened a studio and found work as an art instructor at Paisley's Female Academy. A popular portrait painter, his work was frequently shown at the Philadelphia Academy of Fine Arts annual exhibitions. A lawsuit for libel against his brother-in-law, Bernard Gallagher, was settled out of court as damages would have bankrupted the latter. Although Gallagher acknowledged the false statements, nonetheless, commissions for paintings decreased, and Drexel lost his position at Paisley's. He then left his wife and 2 children in Philadelphia to travel to Peru and Chile, painting portraits, including one of General Simon Bolivar. Drexel visited South America twice as well as Mexico. Drexel and Company. In 1837, after his permanent settlement in Philadelphia, he founded the banking house of Drexel and Company, which became one of the largest banks in the United States. The original business of Drexel and Company was discounting privately issued banknotes, the value of which was largely dependent on the character of the principal officers of the issuing bank. The exposure to the principles gained from portrait painting is said to have given Drexel inside knowledge. After his death in 1860, the Paris firm, Drexel, Harges and Company, was founded in 1868, and the New York firm, Drexel, Morgan and Company, was founded in 1871. Children. Drexel married Catherine Hookey 1795–1870 at the Holy Trinity Roman Catholic Church at 6th and Spruce Streets on April 23, 1821. They had the following children: Mary Johanna Drexel 1822–1873, who married John D. Lankenow 1817–1901, a businessman and philanthropist. Francis Anthony Drexel 1824–1885, who married Hannah J. Langstroth 1826–1858, and then Emma Mary Bouvier 1833–1883. Anthony Joseph Drexel 1826–1893, who married Ellen B. Rosett 1832–1891. He was one of the founders of modern finance as well as Drexel University. Joseph William Drexel 1833–1888, who married Lucy Wharton 1841–1912. He was a trustee of the Metropolitan Museum of Art, the U.S. National Academy of Sciences, and director of the Metropolitan Opera. Heloise C. Drexel 1837–1895, who married James Charles Smith 1828–1893. Caroline Carey Drexel 1838–1911, who married stockbroker John Goddard Wetmo 1837–1913, son of Colonel John Wetmo. Drexel died in 1863, a result of injuries suffered in a train accident, and was buried in the Woodlands Cemetery in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Descendants. Through his eldest son, Francis Anthony Drexel, he was the paternal grandfather of Saint Katherine Drexel 1858–1955. Through his son, Joseph William Drexel, he was the paternal grandfather of Elizabeth Wharton Drexel 1868–1944, a prominent socialite who married John Beresford, 5th Baron de Size 1866–1944. Death and legacy. He died on June 5, 1863, and is interred at the Woodlands Cemetery in Philadelphia. A sculpture of Drexel stands atop the Francis M. Drexel Memorial Fountain in Drexel Square in Chicago. Drexel donated the land that came to be known as Drexel Boulevard. One of the oldest public sculptures in Chicago, it was commissioned by his sons Francis A. and Anthony J. Drexel. Drexel Park, located on S. Damon Saint in Chicago, is named after Drexel BLVD. Drexel presented another large tract one further east to the South Park Commission for use as parkland.